Let's build a gazebo today. And it's gonna go right behind me here. But let me first fill you in what this looked like a few weeks ago. Welcome to our back patio. As you can see, it's a mess. The tiles are uneven, they're extremely wonky, and it just doesn't look nice. So I started by taking some of the pavers up because I didn't need that big a space for the sofa I had in mind. And I'm using this flexible edging. I used it in another patio before. It's great stuff because you can bend it any shape you like. Unless you want to put it underneath the pavers, until I realized the pavers are the same height as the flexible edging. So that wasn't going to work. Then I found using the normal way, which is putting these plastic nails in the ground, keeping it in shape. It wasn't going in until I realized there's another layer of concrete underneath our slab. So I got my Gorilla Glue out, put lots of adhesive underneath these plastic tabs, weighed them down with bricks, and they stayed down pretty well. And while the glue was drying, I built a little ramp out of the leftover pavers, and then my partner filled up the whole patio with stones. These are Cotswold chippings, which are the cheapest stone you can get, and we've used a massive bag full of them, of those bulk bags, and I think it looks rather good. Then the plant we already had there got a little makeover too, got a lick of paint, and I used the Rust-Oleum garden paint in Portland stone. So we went from this to this. It's such a change already, and as you can see, I put a new grass seed down as well into where the pavers used to be. Now it's time for the gazebo. I was toying with the idea of making my own gazebo just out of timber, but as our patio is on the slab and I didn't really want to dig up all the concrete there, I opted for an IKEA one instead, and I went for the Gunnön one, which is a really beautiful, very sleek metal design, which hopefully I can just attach to the concrete slab with screws. But also, I'm going to give it a little hack. You helping me? No, she'll open it. Watch your whiskers. Watch your whiskers. Watch your whiskers. I don't want to cut your whiskers off. Another build cams. I love building IKEA flatpack. I think it might be my zen place. I know most people get quite stressed out by it. I think it's so relaxing. You just follow instructions, look at the pictures, and you build something. So yeah, I'm gonna have a great morning here. The key to relax and build though is make sure you got all your bits you need. So I always count them and put them in separate bowls. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the reason why I do that, because look, these rings are stuck together, and so much easier to do it now and count them than do it when I'm outside building it. I actually got one extra. I got 41. Let's check if I got these. Let the building begin. Got the frame built and the roof, but it wouldn't be a Hester build if I didn't give it a little IKEA hack. The gazebo comes with this cloth you put on the roof, but we're not using that. I'm using reed fencing instead. I picked this one up at Home Bargains, but you can buy it in any good DIY shop or garden centre, and you're gonna need the ones that are 1.5 by 4 meters in size. I just flipped the roof around, so I'm working on the top, and the idea is just to put the mats on top of the roof and then attach it with cable ties. Do make sure you keep these holes clear so you can actually attach the roof to the base. I think a little bit of overhang on the front, and then we're going to do a slightly bigger overhang at the back. rolls are a little bit too wide, but I'm not going to cut them. I'm just going to have an overlap here in the middle. It'll be quite nice anyway. And on this side I have the same sort of 10 centimeters overhang on the side. I need to do a few more in the middle, but I can't reach without actually standing on the reed, so I'll do it when it's on its stand. But yeah, looking good. Just gonna cut the cable ties and also trim the excess here. Now it's just a case of drilling these in the slab we have. So turn little holes and then just screw it in. Like so, anchored in place. It's the gazebo done. Now I just have to wait for the sofa to arrive, which should be here in 2 weeks. And also need to build my outdoor kitchen. And as you can see, nothing goes to waste here, because the big box of the gazebo makes for a brilliant place to colour in. After using the gazebo for a few weeks, I made a small change though, because as you can see, this is the roof, how I did it in the video. But for some extra sun protection, I put another layer of reeds on top. But this time I went from left to right instead of back to front, but I touched it the same way. And my outdoor sofa finally arrived. I went for a lovely wooden corner sofa from Argos. So then it was time to build my outdoor kitchen. And I set myself a challenge on this one, because I only want to use materials I already had in my shed. I didn't want to have to buy anything. So I designed a little kitchen. I had to go quite a bit smaller because I just didn't have enough timber. But I built the frame, painted the frame, and then put a plywood top on the frame. As you can see, the kitchen's really taking shape here already. Then I put little wooden blocks on the legs to create a shelf later. Then it was time to start tiling the top. And these tiles are actually left over from another outdoor kitchen build, but I did for one of my pallet wood books. But I reused all these tiles. Then I made this little stand at the back. I could later hang some plants or some herbs. Then it was time to chop up my old outdoor table. You might recognize this table from a tutorial a few years back, but I needed this timber. So I chopped it up, I sanded it down, and that timber became the wood of this lovely shelf that goes onto my new kitchen. Of course, everything is under strict supervision of Kermit the dog. Then I trimmed out the sides as well to hide the edges of the tiles. And that is the kitchen and complete patio makeover done. I love the new cabana build. It's such a lovely place to have in the garden for when friends come over. We use it for barbecues and for my wood burning stove, as you could see in the video. Love that thing. And my new pizza oven, which I got for my birthday. It's very simple. You put on top of the barbecue. It makes great pizzas. It's a lovely place to lounge around. Kiki especially loves that after school. She puts all the footstools against the sofa to make like a big lounge bed. And I did a little extra thing. I put a curtain up in the front of the gazebo just to keep the light out. When the sun hits quite low, it goes straight into the cabana. It gets quite warm in the bright sunshine. So a bit of sticky back Velcro on the frame and a bit of sticky back Velcro on the curtain. You can just easily attach that and take it off again. If you enjoy this cabana as much as I do, please leave me a comment below. And I'll be back soon with more garden and house content. Hope to see you then.
Lay by me, it's all